What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is part 4 of my video guide series for Ocarina of Time. We are just leaving off. We just got to, we just showed up at Zora's River heading to the Zora's Domain after what was the RNG hell of Dampé's grave digging tour. Hopefully you guys had better luck in that last episode. Yeah, let's get into it. So we rolled up to Zora's Domain at nighttime, and we do that for a reason. Talk to our friend here. And right away, we're gonna roll into this tree. For our gold skull, this is gonna be 19. Just bomb these rocks. Okay, and then this chicken is gonna help us get through the majority of Zora's River. Or actually, leave the chicken in the corner. Let's talk to the bean guy first. And with whatever money you got left, buy as many beans as you can. I want to say we need about 6 total to get everything. We probably can't afford getting them all because he raises the price after each one. Excuse me. But 4 is pretty good. We would have had a lot more money had we not had to. I think we ended up burning like 200 something on the grave digging tour just to get that heart piece. So sometimes it's how it be. One more time, sorry. Plant your beans. Now we grab our chicken. So this whole area is just a bunch of jumps, basically. It can be a little tricky, but I'll show you this one here. Now the way I do this jump is I just jump towards the ledge, and then just let go as you get there. And then jump across. We will lose our chicken. But we can get it back. If for some reason you were not able to make that jump with the chicken to get that heart piece, just continue along here. Take the chicken. Oh. Grab him. Up. Grab him. But yeah, if for whatever reason you weren't able to get it, that jump, just come up to here, and then you can either, I believe you can actually like swim down there and get up there, but use the chicken, jump over, and just climb that ladder, and you can just run right over to that heart piece. It's much easier. Okay, and then we're gonna continue on. Nighttime's coming up, which is important. Fly over here. We're gonna go all the way past. And then we're gonna use the chicken to just kind of hover down to this platform. And those are gonna be our 2 Zora River heart pieces. With those done, we can jump down here once it turns nighttime. And we can get gold skull 20. And then we climb up to the top. Get Ocarina out. And when you read the sign that's on the ground, it tells you that you need to use the royal family song, which is Zelda's Lullaby. But this will let us into Zora's domain. On to the next page. So we got a few things to grab in here. So right off the bat, we're just gonna go straight up to the top, or grab some of these pots, try and get some money. We need 10 rupees for this. Our first magic pickup, wow. Okay, so once we have our 10 rupees, we will run up and see the almighty King Zora. But we're going to ignore him, and we're going to go talk to this Zora over here. He has a proposition for us. It's 20 rupees, so if you don't have the 20, just hop back down. And I want to say maybe the best way to just do this is just reset these jars by going in and out of the store, but maybe not. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. I would just reset the jars. Those two are guaranteed. Okay. Now we go up. We do this Zora challenge. I apologize for the hiccup. I didn't think to take down notes like prices for games and stuff. That's a learning experience. Alright, so he's gonna throw down a bunch, or they're gonna throw down a bunch of rupees, and we just need to dive down and grab them all before that 50-second timer. If you can line it up good, as you land you get enough depth to grab at least one. You should have more than enough time. That done, we can just run all the way back up. Really, like, I can't say enough how nice this PC port of this game is. It is unlike any version I've ever played. It is so smooth. We're gonna get our silver scale, and what that lets us do is it lets us dive, I think, two feet deeper. Either way, it's enough to get down into this tunnel, which is what we want to do. And this tunnel is actually a shortcut to Lake Hylia. Two things we'll do here. We're not actually going to grab much here, but just a few things. The Scarecrow song. It's not a song that's going to be in... It's not going to get documented in our score sheets, but you want to remember it, so I would mark it down, and if it's not something you think you can remember really quick, you just walk up to this guy, and then when you pull out your ocarina, he's going to ask you to play a song. I'm just going to keep it simple. Now we've basically primed the Scarecrow song. We can't fully make use of it quite yet, but by going here as a child and teaching him that song, we can now come back as an adult later, kind of solidify the song, and then be able to use it out and about, like in dungeons or in the overworld and stuff, to reach things that we just wouldn't be able to before. So we will dive down, grab a bottle, and then we will zip on back to Zora domain. The Zorons, the water Gorons. We can equip this bottle. I guess we can save the trip. Drop out your bugs if you have bugs, and catch a fish instead. Okay, and then we can show King Zora the note that we found in the bottle. Which will let him, well, we get to keep the, you'll notice too, yours is not going to move this fast. I left that on because I didn't want to wait for that. On the PC port, you can speed that up, so that's why it was so quick. But with that, we get to keep the bottle, so that's nice. That's our second one. Okay, and then we will get to Lord Jabu Jabu's pool, or Zora's fountain. And we will go right on in using our fish. So you're going to just get in front of him, and you're going to just drop the fish out the bottle. And that's going to, he's going to just open up and eat us. Don't do it. It's like a vacuum. Alright. So just checking my notes. Perfect. Okay, so just work through this room. These bubbles, I think you can just slash them? Yeah. And these are like our eye switches for this dungeon, so we can just use our slingshot. The jellyfish, on the other hand, they will hurt you if you do slice them, so it's best to just avoid them. And we will take this platform down. There's going to be a little landing here. We'll beat him, and then we're going to go underneath. You'll have to dive. I can't remember what he sells, but if you want it, or if you need it. And then we'll swim back, head through this door, or like, I don't know what, door, I guess, I don't know what they're called. Now, when we pass through this room, those things are like little flying stingrays. They won't pop out until you get pretty close. So we're just gonna snipe him. We're gonna hit that switch to raise the water. Just kinda do our best to stay away from the stingrays. And that's gonna be Gold Skull 21. We're gonna catch this fairy just because I feel safer with it. And then you can make that jump. If you don't though, just hit the switch. Keep on moving. Go through this one. So jump down. Go through this door. Or, sorry. Don't need that door. We're going to climb up these vines. We're like web wall, I don't know. We're inside of a fish, right? So it's like all innards and stuff. Alright. And then climbing up here will spawn a cutscene for us. She's gonna just take off. And we're gonna follow directly down. We're gonna just jump down. And then exhaust her dialogue until she kind of sits down so that we can carry her. And you are able to go through doors with her. So now the rest of this dungeon, like this dungeon's kind of gimmick is we gotta take her with us. Now that I realize too, we did not need to go the bottom way, but oh well. So throw her up. Watch out for bubbles. Kind of work our way through here. We will dodge this and wait for the platform. Ride this back up to the entry room. And then that, where the jellyfish is the back to the entryway, like where we first entered the dungeon. So we will go back, and this is familiar room. This is up at the top where she jumped originally. We're gonna dodge all these holes, dodge the big jellyfish, and go through the opposite side. Once again, we're gonna dodge these guys, and these blue switches can't, they need something on them to keep it locked down, so we're gonna just use her. Just kind of line yourself up, and then she'll hold the switch down. It's the wrong door. Apologies, Ruto. So that one's sealed. And that's a heavy switch, so that requires both of you. You have to be carrying her in order to drop that switch. But this will be the first one in the sequence that will let us through. For these, yeah, you can hit them with the slingshot. 2 shots will do it. Iku nut to get them out of the ground. And that's our first big chest. Awesome. Okay. The boomerang is very helpful. The boomerang lets us get tons of things now. It's another ranged weapon. It's also... we can use it to retrieve items from a distance. Like it'll grab them and bring it back to us. So we're going to use that quite a bit. But first we're going to cross back over. Now we will go on this blue switch. Use her to hold it open. And we will fight our first like tentacle enemy here. And this, we just use the boomerang, kind of prime it, and then get close, let go. We get the hit, kind of stay close, get the hit. And after 4 hits, we will kill it. And this will be our map or our compass. Very helpful. So we'll exit back, go pick up our handy switch holder. And then because we killed that tentacle, this room is now unlocked because the tentacle is no longer blocking it. So we'll go in here and we will use our boomerang to just clear out all the bubbles. Perfect. And that will be our compass. Grab our partner here. We'll head back out. And now, I think it's the main room. No, go right. This room will be open. It's another one of these guys. There we go. If you kind of get like in a rhythm with them, they go down really easy. Perfect. And now our final room, the the middle room, should be open. And there should be one more with some jellyfish. You can kind of just like bait the jellyfish over and then deal with him. I was trying to grab those. There we go. Pretty much, like if you get that first hit in, basically you can just keep re-throwing and end the fight pretty quick. And with that tentacle down, that'll be all of them now. So we can re-go back to the room with the quicksand holes. We will go around this, and we're looking for this one. This is the one that was blocked originally, is this hole. It's no longer blocked. So now with her, we're going to drop down into it. And we will drop Bruto. We will deal with the jellies. And then we can grab our next 2 gold cells. I find it easier to just use the slingshot and then use the boomerang for the token, because at least with the token you can just kind of lock on. That's 22 and 23. We'll pick up our friend and move on. I love that they give her like a yeah, like an animation. Nice. Alright, and this is our mini boss. The big Octo. So he can be a little tricky. Use the boomerang, freeze him, kind of stay targeted, move around it, but he can turn around on you. Yeah. So it's almost better to just kind of run tight until you catch up and you start to see his ass. And then once you can get enough to target him, target, throw, jump slash. We gotta do this like 3 times. If it rotates, you know that he flipped around, so you can flip around. There it is. Just try. Oh, nice. Okay, so if you get 2 jump slashes, that's a kill. Ideally, that's what you want, because that fight can just drag otherwise. Grab hearts if you need them, and hop on the elevator. Watch out for the jellies, and we will head into the next room. These big flaily things, basically you hit them with the boomerang, it'll stun them. You can use them as a platform until they get unstunned. So you just quickly stun and move. And then when you jump across here, this little segment is actually part of the very beginning room where we started, with the blue switch that we couldn't get to. But now that that's connected, we can come over here, grab one of these boxes, and use this box. Come into the spider web room. We're going to go over to this side. We're going to look up. And we're going to get our final gold skull for Lord Jabu's belly. Oh. If you need to, if they're bugging you, you can kind of deal with them. Otherwise, they should just leave you alone. The idea here is to kind of aim out and have the boomerang hit the switch. It might take a couple tries. It's just about getting the right distance. Not quite. Just target onto it. That seems to work way better. Head down, up this ramp, and this is going to be our final boss of this dungeon. A very gross boss. bad for Lord Jabu Jabu. Got that intestinal bug. Alright, there's a couple different phases to this fight. He's going to be shooting down beams. So we want to try and lock on and use the boomerang to sever each of these connections. Once he's loose, the jellyfish come out. So we want to hit him, and you want to kill as many of these as you can while he's stunned. Re-stun him, and then kill the rest. Then we'll go to phase 3. Keep trying to get a shot in until you get the stun. Come on. There we go. And then try and get rid of as many as you can. Nice. If you don't get all 5, that's okay. Just repeat it. And then this time, we stun, we hit, and then you just keep moving. Just gonna keep zapping. Keep going, keep going. Just try and keep moving. Get close. And then get a couple hits in. Same thing. Wow, he hesitated so much. There we go. That's Baronade. GG's. Definitely the harder of the first 3 fights, I would say, or the hardest of the first 3 fights. But that's going to be Heart Container 3, and then we will finish off this dungeon, get our Zora Sapphire, and that concludes all of our dungeons as Child Link. Right up in your face. Go. And then we have a couple things to grab just around Zora's Fountain, Zora's Domain here before we leave. And then I'm probably going to cut this episode will be a little bit shorter, but before we go get the Master Sword and become Adult Link and start reapproaching a lot of the areas we've been, there's a ton of overworld stuff, a few quests we need to run around and do as Child Link. There's a lot, so the next episode is probably gonna just be overworld and just running around doing a lot of that stuff. So yeah, we got our Zora Sapphire right off the bat. We will go make it nighttime. And then up beside this log, just to the right of Lord Jabu Jabu, is going to be our gold skull. Perfect. And then we can jump back in the water, and we're going to head over to that little piece of land with the tree. And like the boulders. For 2 things. One of them, the tree. We're gonna roll into it. It's gonna drop us another gold skull. awesome. And then this rock, which looks very weird, half in the wall, is actually connected to a breakable wall. So we're gonna just bomb beside it. It's gonna open up the whole thing, and we're gonna go inside and get our second Great Fairy. Same deal. Zelda's Lullaby. And this is going to be our first of the three like elemental magic spells. This is Pharaoh's Wind. Basically what this lets us do is you can set up a warp point. You use it once, it sets a warp point. If you go somewhere else and you want to get back to that warp point, you just use the spell again, it'll teleport you back. So it's pretty handy for dungeons. We will use it for... we will use it as Adult Link, so... I'm just going to do a quick check to make sure that we are on track for numbers. Yep. Alright, so now we can leave, or we can head back to Zora's domain, where King Zora was. Yeah, that'll be 7. Sorry, if you see me looking up at any point, I'm checking my second monitor. It's got all my recording software and everything, and then if I'm ever looking down, I have all my notes I put into a book so that I was able to go through this and try and keep us on track as best as possible. So the goal here is we're going to take fire from this room. Take it down. We're going to light this torch. Reset our stick. Grab more fire. Head down. Light this one. Reset our stick. Fire. And then we're just going to run all the way to the end. So we're going to grab this one. And then hug the wall. And there's 2 torches in here. Grab 1. 2. That's going to spawn a chest. This is going to be heart piece 7. Just really quickly zip over to this ladder. Okay. Zora River is super easy to get out of. Anytime we need to get out of here, just hop on into the river. You get a buttload of money. You get some money anyway. Oh no, so you can't climb up there, so you do need the chicken to make that jump, either from the front side of it or going the back way. You do need the chicken to get over there. But yeah, we'll just take the river right out. And we will head into Hyrule Field. And what we're looking for is the big, I guess, built like piece of land that's like in the middle of the field, that house basically. That's Lon Lon Ranch. That is our next goal. And because we are trying to get gold skulls, we're going to make it nighttime before we enter. Just as we roll up here. Perfect. Yeah, and then we'll enter in at night, and we'll call the episode here. So, thank you guys for anybody who watched. If you found this video helpful at all, please consider liking it, shoot me a comment, subscribe if you feel like it. It's all good if you don't. Yeah, I look forward to seeing them in the next episode.